Pride has always been more than a celebration. It is visibility, it is resilience, it is the courage to exist fully and authentically. This year's Pride Month theme, Exist, Resist, Have the Audacity, honors those who continue to challenge barriers, create belonging, and lead with unapologetic truth.
This is all about you.
In Montgomery County, that spirit lives through people who show us what it means to stand boldly in who they are and to make space for others to do the same.
I'm this big pebble that was thrown into the ocean. And in there, I've caused a big wave.
For Kendra Holmes, visibility has been both personal and powerful. A veteran and former Maryland Defense Force member, Karen built a career defined by service and leadership, earning recognition as Soldier of the Year while navigating her journey as a transgender woman. But for years, authenticity and acceptance did not always feel compatible. With her bright smile and jangling earrings, she now embraces the visibility she once felt she had to hide.
Happy Pride!
Today, Karen uses her voice and visibility to help others feel seen, especially transgender people who may still be searching for safety, belonging, and community.
I was always nervous and scared because of the fact, I was afraid that maybe, possibly, that somebody might say something and then I end up getting kicked out of the Maryland Defense Force because, of course, they didn't accept trans people in the military back at that time. Kind of hiding a lot, and I hated to do that. In 2012, by the Maryland Defense Force and the Maryland State Guard Association, I got NCO Soldier of the Year, which is non-commissioned officer. And a lot of the female soldiers were coming up to me going, "Great job, you're doing it for us." And I'm like, yeah, I am. But inside I'm thinking, I'm also doing it for the transgender community, which I can't say nothing about because they hadn't accepted us yet.
For Karen, simply existing openly became an act of courage.
They saw what I was bringing to the table and not the fact that I am transgender.
And through that visibility, she hopes younger generations understand they are not alone.
When I was 13, that's when it all started for me. I thought I was going to transition or do something. I was in a fog. I didn't know really who I was at that time. Back then, I went to a conference called the Philadelphia Trans Health Conference, and that's where I really found out who I truly was inside. And I'm like, oh my God, this is who I truly am. Being transgender is who we are in our mind, heart, and spirit.
Her family was supportive when she made the decision to transition, including the name she picked.
I said, Mom, my name is going to be Karen. She says, something I never told you, and she never told me this as well. When she was pregnant, she said if she had a girl, she was going to name it Karen. And I said, oh my God, I just started losing it right then because I said, now I know truly who I am and nobody can take that away from me now. I had people that said, why don't you go with Antoinette because my real name is Anthony, or why don't you go with Tony with an I? And I'm like, no, there's something about Karen I need to stay with. I don't know why, and now I know why.
Karen believes representation matters now more than ever, not only in policy or institutions, but in everyday life.
You need to have us at the table. We live this life 24/7 every day.
That commitment to visibility also inspired Karen to share her story in a new way through writing a book. Documenting her journey became more than a reflection. It became a way to preserve experiences, create understanding, and help others feel less alone.
I wrote it because I really wanted to do two things. one, help the transgender community go through for what they're going through and transitioning. And on the flip side, I wanted to help the cisgender community understand who we are.
Karen's story reflects the heart of this year's Pride theme: to exist openly, to resist erasure, and to have the audacity to live authentically.
I am a storybook, and inside that book is my life. On the outside of the cover is Tony, which now is Karen. Just because the cover's changed, the story still remains the same.
Resistance can take many forms. Sometimes it means creating spaces where young people feel seen for the very first time. As an equity specialist with Montgomery County Public Schools, Yael Baisburd Astor works to help ensure students feel valued, respected, and included for who they are.
As an equity specialist, my role is to support our schools, support our staff in creating spaces in which every child feels like they belong. They feel like they're cared for, and I would say most importantly, they feel like they can show up exactly as who they are, like they don't need to tuck any piece of themselves away, that all aspects and nuances of their identity are cared for and welcome into the learning environment.
For Yael, inclusion is about building environments where authenticity is not just accepted, but affirmed, especially for LGBTQIA+ youth who may still be searching for community, support, or the confidence to be themselves openly.
Gist of the work I do is to support teachers and staff in staying open and staying curious about who people are.
I had said that you were gonna get guidance on Pride Month.
Part of me and part of why I do this work is I want people to just be able to exist without having to constantly have this emotional labor of like resisting and disrupting. However, the nature of the world that we live in is that we have to resist harmful, we have to resist oppression. So I will say that for me, have the audacity is empowering, and that it reminds me that I can take up space and I should take up space.
Public expressions of pride and inclusion also send a message far beyond symbolism. They remind young people that they are not invisible, that their identities, experiences, and voices matter.
Happy Pride!
Pride Month, I love the celebration. I love the joy that we got to experience. I love the trans women of the global majority who started this all, and living today and being out and open as a queer Latina Jewish woman during Pride Month means honoring my ancestors, those that I am sharing DNA with and those that I do not, and continuing the fight and continuing to be in solidarity with folks who are marginalized. When I think of myself as a little girl, I think about what it would have meant to have seen someone that looks like me in that position, to have seen someone standing at that podium talking about pride, to have understood what it means to raise that flag, to have known that there were possibilities would have meant everything.
For Yael, creating inclusive spaces is not just about today. It is about helping the next generation grow up knowing they belong exactly as they are.
I hope that they feel connected. I hope that they feel a sense of community. And I hope that they feel the possibility of being able to grow and thrive and not just survive.
For some, the journey towards acceptance also includes faith, a belief that identity and spirituality do not have to exist in conflict. At Christ Episcopal Church in Rockville, Father Tim Carr says creating a community rooted in acceptance is central to the church's mission.
True inclusion is God. God is colorless and genderless and biaslessness. And when you think of the purity of the divine, it's all inclusion, all the time. Each of us is made in the image of God, which means God either has every color or it's got no color. It has every gender or it has no gender.
Father Carr's path to the priesthood was grounded in a calling to serve others and help people feel seen, supported, and connected through faith.
Good morning, and welcome to Christ Church in Rockville.
Today, he serves as the 27th rector of the church, leading a congregation known for its commitment to inclusion and acceptance. But his own journey with faith was not always easy. As a young man, he was once forced to leave a seminary because he was gay.
I packed up my room and I took a cab home. But that wasn't the worst part. Since I was 5 years old, I had been telling everyone that I wanted to be a priest. The hardest thing was telling people that I wasn't going back. And I couldn't tell them why. You couldn't say you were gay. You just could not say you were gay. And I just could not say that I was no longer called to be a priest.
Under Father Carr's leadership, Christ Church has publicly embraced its role as an affirming congregation, something he says is about more than symbolism. It's about making sure people know they are fully welcome exactly as they are.
In our community, I see something that is just amazing. And that is for parents to accept their children the way they are. Here in Montgomery County, it happens very quickly. People make the adjustment. This church is 3 times as large as when I first came here.
For many LGBTQIA+ individuals, past experiences with religion have left lasting wounds. Father Carr says some of the most meaningful conversations he's had are with people searching for acceptance after years of feeling rejected by faith communities.
We constantly have to remind people who come to this place that it's safe. It's safe and comfortable and warming and accepting to release.
Father Carr says faith should never be used to divide people, but instead to build community, understanding, and belonging.
You're such a good boy. Thank you. I've had to temper what I say and what I do because you never want to push people any quicker than the Holy Spirit wants to draw them, wants to pull them through. It's not my way as God, it's the Holy Spirit as God that's going to enlighten and cajole and love these people to where they need to be.
Each one of us, part of the wonder of creation.
The traits and the beliefs of the institution that you're going to dedicate your life to, and where you're going to baptize, First Communion, and confirm your children, have to align with what you believe. When you look in the mirror and define God, you look in your own eyes and you define deity, you define the divine, you define God. Well, that God's got to realign with your heart and your soul. And also be extremely representative of the way you want your child brought up.
Sometimes having the audacity means leading with love. Through their stories, each of these individuals show what it means to exist openly, resist exclusion, and have the audacity to create space for others to do the same.